Hello everyone, this is Crypto Maximalist. Welcome back to another video. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and get involved if you like the content. We're currently running a giveaway for those who are liking our videos, so give the video a like if you want to be entered into that giveaway. Oh my god. Okay, so we're taking a look at Verasity here, and as we can see, obviously with that, Black Swan event type news that we have seen in the wider market about FTX essentially, being insolvent, a lot of issues with the exchange. These kinds of events obviously shake the wider crypto space, and we can see obviously Bitcoin has had a big rollover around $4,000 or $5,000 over the past few days. And unfortunately, because of that, with Verasity showing a lot of signs of potential upside here, we have seen this Black Swan event essentially capitulate pretty much every single crypto that we have been looking at. You can see here we did come in back inside this range here, but overall creating a much basically another swing low here for Verasity here. You see we came down and retested this area as support, but looking like today we are coming down yet again and retesting this area with another daily candle down to the downside here. If we do lose this swing low, we could see ourselves going lower. We've got some key supports back here that we could be looking at. For example, if we did come down here for another big push to the downside, we've obviously got a key level down here that we could be looking at Verasity heading down to, which would be an exceptional drop from the all-time high, wouldn't it? I mean, if I just measure this from the all-time high, just out of interest, this would be almost 98% from the all-time high, which would be absolute max pain scenario, wouldn't it? But it'll be interesting to see what happens over the next few days. Obviously, Bitcoin leading the market right now in a time of extreme fear. And, we're still feeling fairly optimistic that there is going to be a bounce in the market pretty soon over the next few months. All the signs are still there for, basically a bounce to the upside. I mean, you have to look at this momentum on the RSI here. You can see price actions still coming down here, making a new lower low, but the RSI is still coming up here, as you can see. Still losing momentum to the downside on that macro time scale over a period of months here. On the daily time frame at the very least, you can see the MACD here is still actually quietly optimistically bullish, and we could just be seeing one last bit of capitulation and fear in the markets before a decent reversal. We were seeing the signs of a nice little reversal here, but obviously this Black Swan event has again pinned the market back. But we do think sooner rather than later there is going to be a big move in the market. We can see here obviously with this Black Swan event we could easily see Verasity coming down in the short term, but sooner rather than later we are going to have to come back up and see some of these resistances being retested, aren't we? And it could be a max pain scenario over the next few months in reality, considering what we've been seeing. But in our opinion, eventually we are going to see Verasity coming back up to some of these targets, because they do have to be retested. And we do think with the fundamentals that this project has and the quality that it does have, as well as some of this previous price action, we do think at some point that Verasity is going to have a very, very nice move to the upside. Also, if we just take a quick look at overall, if I can just actually select the right tool, if we just measure from this swing low all the way up to this swing high, you can see that we're well over a 50%, that 50% retracement of that whole move back to the downside here. I mean, you could say realistically, if you measured it from this swing low of the bull market up to here, you could say we're still realistically well below that 50% retracement level. And that does tend to be one of the levels that is kind of a magnet for cryptocurrencies. They do tend to retrace about 50% of their that big pump that they have to the upside in the bull market. They retrace about 50% in the bear market, and then once they get under that 50% level, they do start to experience a lot of sellers resistance, a lot of buying pressure. So we're looking at basically massive fear in the markets right now. But we do think anything could happen at the minute. Let's be honest, we're not going to bullshit you and say things are going to go up soon, because there's absolutely no way to know. But in our opinion, what we're seeing on the technicals is showing that we are getting these huge bullish divergences, and you can see the price action here for Verasity is starting to form this curved low like this, isn't it? So it'll be interesting to see what happens next. Obviously, we've got no guarantees, but realistically, if we're heading up, we want to get back up into this area here at around that 1/4 of a cent level. Obviously, if we're rolling over here and losing the low, the next real piece of support is down here, isn't it? Down at around that 1/5 of a cent level on that previous swing low over there. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you everyone for watching. Make sure to check out the links in the description below to support the channel. Grab yourself some free money bonuses, like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you in the next video.